In the ever-evolving landscape of modern life, where challenges abound and distractions are relentless, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism emerges as a beacon of clarity and resilience. Rooted in the teachings of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, Stoicism offers timeless principles that, when applied diligently, can lead to immediate and profound progress in both personal and professional realms. Let's explore these 15 Stoic principles that serve as a roadmap to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. 1. Embrace the dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. Our thoughts, actions, and responses are within our domain, while external events, opinions of others, and outcomes are beyond our grasp. By focusing our energy on what we can influence and releasing attachment to what we cannot, we cultivate inner peace and resilience. 2. Practice negative visualization. Known as premeditatio malorum, this practice involves contemplating potential setbacks or losses. By mentally preparing for adversity, we reduce its impact and appreciate our current blessings more deeply. This exercise fosters gratitude and fortifies our emotional resilience. 3. Cultivate self-awareness through reflection. Daily self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. By examining our actions, intentions, and reactions, we gain insights into our character and areas for improvement. This continuous introspection leads to personal growth and alignment with our values. 4. Develop emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can govern our reactions. By observing our emotions without judgment and choosing rational responses, we build emotional strength and maintain composure amidst life's turbulence. 5. Live according to virtue. The Stoics emphasized 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By striving to embody these virtues in our daily lives, we align ourselves with our highest selves and contribute positively to society. 6. Practice voluntary discomfort. Engaging in controlled discomfort, such as fasting or cold showers, trains us to endure hardship and reduces our dependence on external comforts. This practice enhances our resilience and prepares us for unforeseen challenges. 7. Focus on the present moment. Stoicism encourages mindfulness and presence. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we fully engage with our experiences and make deliberate choices, leading to a more meaningful and focused life. 8. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Obstacles are not hindrances but catalysts for growth. By viewing challenges as opportunities to develop virtues and skills, we transform adversity into a stepping stone toward personal development. 9. Limit desires and practice contentment. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from desiring less and appreciating more. By moderating our desires and finding contentment in simplicity, we free ourselves from the constant pursuit of external validation. 10. Engage in continuous learning. Lifelong learning is a Stoic ideal. By seeking knowledge, embracing feedback, and remaining open to new perspectives, we foster personal and professional growth, adapting effectively to life's changes. 11. Maintain a gratitude practice. Regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positives in our lives shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude enhances our well-being and strengthens our relationships. 12. Set realistic and purposeful goals. Stoicism advises setting achievable goals aligned with our values. By focusing on purposeful objectives and taking consistent action, we make meaningful progress without becoming overwhelmed. 13. Accept mortality and live fully. Memento mori, or remembering our mortality, reminds us of life's impermanence. This awareness encourages us to live authentically, prioritize what truly matters, and cherish each moment. 14. Foster community and serve others. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of contributing to the greater good. By serving others and engaging in our communities, we find purpose and strengthen social bonds. 15. Align actions with core values. Consistency between our actions and values leads to integrity and self-respect. By regularly evaluating our choices and ensuring they reflect our principles, we build a coherent and fulfilling life. And so, as the sun dips beneath the edge of time and the dust of countless yesterdays settles into silence, what remains is not the applause of the world, nor the trophies stacked high upon the altars of fleeting recognition, but the quiet steadiness of a soul that has chosen to walk the harder path, the narrower road lit not by glory, but by purpose. The Stoic does not chase storms nor dance in illusions. He sits beneath the vastness of life's sky and listens, truly listens, to the winds that carry both praise and insult, joy and sorrow, gain and loss, and he smiles at the ephemeral nature of them all. In the echo of ancient marble halls where Seneca once wrote and Epictetus once taught, in the battle-scarred solitude of a Roman emperor's thoughts inked into eternity, we hear the same whisper, that the only true empire is within. The man or woman who wakes before dawn not to impress, but to understand, who resists the temptation to retaliate in anger, and instead cultivates calm like a sacred garden, who detaches not to abandon, but to see more clearly. This person is no longer merely surviving life, but sculpting it, one deliberate act at a time, into something sacred. The Stoic learns to see time not as a currency to be spent, but as a flame to be protected, knowing full well that every breath is a loan from eternity, and every choice is an offering back to it. The crowd may never notice the person who chooses silence over reaction, discipline over indulgence, or wisdom over speed, but the universe notices, and more importantly, the self begins to notice. And that, in the end, is the most profound transformation of all. When we begin to trust ourselves not because we are always right, but because we have become faithful stewards of our own minds. It is in this invisible mastery, this unshakable inner alignment, that we finally stop chasing progress and begin to radiate it. For progress in Stoicism is not an outcome. It is a rhythm, a resonance, a return to the essence we were born with before the world told us who to be. You see, the greatest victories are not broadcast. They are felt quietly in the moments when you choose integrity over convenience, when you resist the pull of ego and anchor yourself in truth, when you stop asking for easier days and start becoming a stronger soul. This is what Marcus Aurelius meant when he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." It is not theory. It is not debate. It is the lived fire of action, of discipline, of daily dying to illusion and daily rising into clarity. Each day becomes sacred when seen through the eyes of a Stoic, not because it is perfect, but because it is enough. The delay in results does not disturb the Stoic, for he knows that roots deepen in silence, and the tallest oaks were once patient seeds. He does not panic in chaos, for he has built his peace in advance, trained his mind to see every hardship as a forge, every insult as a mirror, every failure as a lesson dressed in disguise. He does not demand from others what he has not demanded of himself. And in this quiet revolution, he ceases to be ruled by the outside world and becomes a sovereign of the inner one. That sovereignty is not born from avoidance, but from deep confrontation, from staring straight into the abyss of one's own weaknesses and saying, "Even here, I will build." There is nothing glamorous about this journey, but there is something deeply noble about it. It is not loud, but it is enduring. It is not viral, but it is eternal. The Stoic doesn't aim to escape life's trials, but to meet them with such presence, such virtue, that he becomes unbreakable, not because he is made of stone, but because he is aligned with the unchanging truths that outlast all storms. He builds his life not on shifting opinions or fleeting desires, but on the rock of wisdom carved from centuries of silence, reflection, and choice. And in doing so, he becomes a lighthouse in the night, a quiet flame that helps others find their way. This is progress, not a finish line, but a frequency, not a destination, but a deepening, not applause, but awakening. The Stoic, in the final breath of this journey, realizes that to live rightly is not to avoid the fall, but to rise again and again with cleaner hands, calmer breath, and a mind less easily shaken. This is what it means to truly progress, not in outward spectacle, but in inward symmetry. And so, As we leave behind these 15 principles not as commandments, but as companions, let us not merely remember them, but live them, breathe them, and become them, so that long after this video fades, the ripple of their truth will continue, unseen, unstoppable, and eternal.